Hello, I'm Radzi. I was not born disabled, but in 2002, I became a paraplegic after a car accident and a few other mishaps that made me to have and be a spinal cord injured patient. Not a day that I didn't cry and that I wasn't down, but I keep telling myself that there is a reason why I have been put in a place where I'm an able-bodied and suddenly I became a disabled. So people also often ask me, how is it that I picked up the pieces? I just say, everything is in your hands. It's up to you how you want your life to be. If you are going to just stay in and become depressed and wait for things to happen, it's not going to happen. You literally have to actually come up. I always tell people, you got to get up, you got to dress up, and you got to show up, because if you don't do that, nothing is going to happen. A lot of people say, you're not going to be there, you're not going to get there because you're disabled. And I always tell people, the minute someone tells you, if you walk out of this door, you're not going to make it in your life, that's when you should turn back and say, watch me. And that's what happened. I am blessed to see, alhamdulillah, that the government and also the different NGOs and the different agencies and also the private sectors are helping to make Malaysia a more conducive and a more friendly country. And I became the National News Agency's first female chairman and also Bernama's first disabled persons with disability to helm the National News Agency. So to everyone out there, I just want to say, the sky and the sea is the limit. It's really up to you whether you want to get there. It's in your hands. You have to work towards getting what you want. It's not going to come to you and it's not going to be easy, but you have to work very hard to get it. How do you manage when the things around you are just not conducive for persons with disabilities? And I said, well, you know what? I can't be helping everybody because you can't work in silo, one thing, but you also need to work as a team. So I said what we need to do is keep on highlighting and make people know. That's why I say you have to get up, you have to dress up, you have to show up. If you don't take the ramps, people don't know that the ramp does not follow the specification. But one of the things that I find is lacking is actually us not being able to have access to equipments or things like, say for example, for some of us, we don't have access to get the hand control. So now we see a lot of people, even the OKUs themselves who make the hand controls. The social media and people sharing some of the products that they have, just like what Kodo has, then people realize that we have this swivel chair, and then people realize that there are actually lifts that can assist us in our homes or even the buildings that we are in or we're going to be using and frequent. When Kodo actually came up with certain products that will benefit the community. So these are something that we must share to make sure that our lives are comfortable and we don't feel left behind. We can drive, we can move about, we can transfer, from the chair to the car. We can go up and down the ramps, and we can use the chairlifts, little things like that. I've been disabled since 2002. This is 2024 already. It's been such an amazing experience, and I will not trade it for anything else. For the ones who like to be independent and do things on your own, and the ones who can still do, I would like to suggest that you chart out some of the things that you want to do in your life. We don't want to be left behind, nothing about us without us. Everything that we do in the community has to have a person's with disabilities in there. But if you don't want to come out, how would they know what you need? So it's very important that you get up, dress up, and you show up. Because if you don't do that, people don't know what are some of the stuffs that you'd like to have, and people don't know your capabilities. Whenever somebody says you can't do it, prove it to yourself that you can do it. You must always tell yourself that you are outstanding. So when you remember that, then you know that impossible is nothing.